It's like we've got this contrast between, say, Elon Musk, who believes in individual freedoms and the right of every individual to thrive, versus George Soros, who believes in open borders, his borderless society nonsense, and has been backing all of these AGs and DAs and people that have been going after Trump over the last however many years. Soros versus Elon, it's a very sort of interesting setup. One of the things that happened in that little Social Security expose that was just amazing in Wisconsin was that there were protesters sent in, and I suspect they were paid protesters. Of course, we've learned that given what came out of Denver. I'll get to that, but take a listen to this. Elon calls him out and calls George Soros out.
Yeah, it's really wild. So, it was inevitable that at least a few Soros operatives would be in the audience. Give my regards to George. Say hi to George from me. USA, 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 USA. Yep. It was inevitable.
So he had some protesters there. But here's the thing. Are these guys like all protesters? It's kind of an interesting play on words. Protesters mean they're pros, right? They're paid. There was that rally that happened in Denver a weekend or so ago that AOC and Bernie Sanders were so incredibly proud of, where you had, they said 35,000 people. It turned out to be around 20,000 people, still a pretty sizable crowd. But then when they looked at all the GPS data, what they found was that the majority of people that were there, 8 out of 10, had all been to some 9 different Kamala rallies, because you see, they're paid. They pay them, and who doesn't take that gig, right? You're some young college kid who is barely earning a living, and they're like, hey, we'll give you $400 to go show up at some Kamala rally or at this Denver thing, and we'll give you free food, and here you go, here's what you're supposed to do, and they print it all out for you, and they make your signs, and they make it easy. But you see, none of it is real. None of it is organic. None of it is true. You go to those Trump rallies, and I've been to them, and first of all, the nicest people in the world, so courteous, and they're there because they believe in him and what he is doing for this country, and it's a very, very different thing. They don't have to pay, Beyonce to come in and not sing. Remember that one? They get Beyonce to go to the Kamala rally. They don't have to pay Oprah Winfrey $2 million. That's what the New York Times reported. She says, no, I didn't get anything. But the New York Times reports that $2 million went to Oprah Winfrey's campaign. Look, there's something going on. There is a movement happening, and the left can't stop it. They just can't stop it. No matter how much they try to indoctrinate us with their Disney nonsense, no matter how much they try to sell princess costumes to boys at Halloween time on the Disney website. You see, I'm never going to let them live that one down. That was just disgusting. It's all going to change now. You get the FCC investigating them. You get the FBI investigating the Russia hoax. You know how much Trump wanted that discovery? So much so that he sued. Don't forget the lawsuit that happened just a couple of years ago, and Kash Patel said, look, we're going in under the RICO stuff, and it's for $75 million, but the reality here is we just want the information. We want the discovery. Well, now he's got it. He's declassifying everything. He is their worst nightmare because it's all coming out. And I've talked a lot about what went down. And Joe Biden's his frustration that he wasn't able to do more to preserve democracy in the name of getting rid of all the misinformation, except the misinformation was coming from him, whether it was the Biden laptop, whether it was from his predecessor, the Russia stuff, whether it was, that virus couldn't possibly have come from the Wuhan, China lab, where it came from. This kind of stuff, they completely lied to us. And Joe Biden just wishes he had lied some more. Well, we're here for truth, and truth only. If you believe in truth like I do, you're here for a reason. Please make sure you subscribe.